Hi everyone, welcome back to Discover and Learn. You always find a gap between practicing English speaking at home and going out and speaking in front of people. Now, why this happens? Why we are very comfortable, very fluent in speaking in English at home, but when we go out and we have to talk about things in English with others in real life situation, we are not able to deliver. Why this happens? And is this happen to me only? Is this your question too? Let's answer this question today. So guys, if you're able to relate to this question and you want to know the answer and how to overcome it, stay tuned. So guys, welcome back to my channel. I am your communications coach and a soft skill trainer by profession, and I'm here to help you out with all your communications problems and to help you speak English fluently and confidently. But if you haven't subscribed my channel yet, quickly subscribe my channel, like and share my videos, do write your comments in the comment section, and do not forget to press the notification icon so that you get all my videos on time, free of cost, and access to all the amazing content on this channel. What you have to do is stay tuned, stay connected, and watch my entire video to master this skill. And one more thing I told you about my comment section. I want you to utilize my comment section. Start writing something there. Come up with a topic and start having a discussion. I'll participate in that discussion if no one else does. Start introducing yourself. Come up with anything, whatever you feel like saying, just write it there. If you have a question, if you have a solution, just write it down in the comment section. Utilize it, interact with people, start interacting in English. That's all I have to say. Now let's get started with today's session. So why there's a gap between speaking at home and going out and speaking in real life situation? So I'll tell you what is the difference first. At home we are very calm, we don't have any tension, we are not pressurized, right? We just have to think about it and we have to speak, and we are very casual about it. If we speak wrong English also, we are not concerned, right? We think that we are practicing, nobody is listening to us, and we are very in our own zone. When we go out and start speaking to people in English, we get very conscious. We are under pressure. What if I speak some wrong word? What if I speak a wrong sentence? What if I speak incorrect grammar? What the other people will think of me? So we start thinking about our impression. And there are lots of other thoughts which come in, which stops us from speaking in English. So this is the difference. Okay, now how do we sort out this difference? How do we overcome this difference? How do we overcome our thoughts? How do we overcome our nerves to start speaking in English in any and every situation? The first thing is we have to be casual in our approach. We have to start thinking positively about it. Like how we think at home when we stand in front of the mirror or we stand in front of our video camera, we start speaking. We don't think whether we are speaking wrong English, incorrect English, etc. So it's the same attitude which we have to portray outside also. We have to think that this is an opportunity for me and I have to grab this opportunity and I have to speak in English. That will be our main objective or motto or goal at that time. Not speaking correct English. Okay, so it's the first thing we have to start thinking. We have to manipulate our thoughts. We have to think positively about any situation, any opportunity. This is the first thing. Second and the most important thing which every single day I tell you is, what I feel is if you start speaking in English about real life situation or real life conversational topics or on real life conversational topics when we are at home, when we are practicing, it will be much easier for us to go out and start speaking in English about it. Right? If you have already spoken on some topic, if you already know what you have to say, you have already practiced it, it will be much easier for you to control your nervousness build confidence in your speaking and to speak, because you are confident from within. You know what you have to speak. Okay, for example, I gave 2 examples yesterday. One was, one of my close acquaintance met me and she asked me, how are things? And I know what to say. I know what I had to say, right? So it was easier for me. Now, if you start taking up this topic, like this question, how are things? And you start speaking every day about it, like how are things? It will be much easier for you to start speaking outside also. If you again get that question, if somebody asks you again, like how are you, how are things, how is it going, where are you these days, all are the same. It will resonate, it will strike your mind that, oh, this question is something which is very known to me and I know what to answer, because you've already practiced it multiple times. Your brain will help you to start getting ideas and you will be able to recall everything and you'll be able to speak in sentences. So that is why real life situation, real life conversational topics are very important. So here I'm going to give you some topics which will help you to start practicing English speaking on these real life conversational topics. Okay. So the first, I told you that this question everybody asks when you meet somebody, somebody greets you or you greet somebody. The first question we ask is, how are you or how are things? This is the first question you can start practicing every day. The next topic is, we usually talk about how is your day going or how was your day yesterday, anything. So every day also we can talk about how is your day today or how was your day today. Okay, so at the end of the day, you can talk about how was your day today, and the beginning of the day, you can talk about how is the day going to be for you. What are your plans for the day basically? Okay, so both ways you can talk about. This is another question which frequently comes up in conversation, right? If you go to drop your kid, if you go out to have lunch with your colleagues, people ask this question. So how is it going? Like, how was your day like today? What were you doing? What project you were working on? These things they ask, right? So you can start talking about your day. This is the second topic. Third is, this is my favorite thing, right? So I have a practice or a habit of doing this. Whenever I go out, I drop my kid and come back home. So I meet my husband at home and then he asks me this question. So whom did you meet? Or what happened there? So I tell him the exact everything, like I took her to school, I met this person, I met that person, I spoke to this person, I saw this, I saw that. So it is a general routine, a habit for me to speak about it. When my husband also comes from office, I do ask him, how was your day? What did you do? When my kid comes from school, I ask her the same question, right? If we go out for lunch or dinners or anywhere else, we do talk about it, how was it? So I'm pretty much used to this thing. This is a habit of me of talking about everything, about small incidents. So what you can also do is, whenever you go out, whether you went for a walk or you went for a grocery shopping or buying some medicine or school, college, office, anywhere, right? Whatever you did, just come back and talk about it. What did you do there? Why did you go there? Anything you can take up and you can just talk about it, right? Like when somebody calls us, they ask, what were you doing? And then we start talking about it. Oh, in the morning I went to drop my kid. You know what happened there? I saw somebody doing this, that. So we tend to start talking about it. So that is why I'm telling you, you also start speaking on those things. You never know, in the evening when you go out, somebody will ask you, what did you do in the morning? And you have to tell that story to him or her. So whatever is taking place, whatever is happening, just talk about it. Okay, talk about it in English. We do talk about it in our mother tongue. But make sure that we take out 5-10 minutes to talk about it in English. That is important. So if you keep on talking about taking up such topics about what you did, where did you go, what happened there, what did you see, how was your experience, if you start answering these questions about your day-to-day life, it will be much easier for you to start speaking in English in real life situation as well, because these are real life conversational topics. These topics only comes up in our conversations. So focus on these topics more rather than talking about anything else, right? Taking up a topic and speaking on it. Another very common thing we talk about is weather. We talk about hobbies. We talk about our plans, vacation. So these are also some things we talk about. Okay, so start taking up these topics and start speaking about it in a very general way, right? How is the weather today? What are your weekend plans? Or what did you do last weekend? Do you have any plans for summer? Do you have any plans for winter vacation or Diwali vacation, right? These are very common general questions which are asked. If you went for a trip or a holiday, talk about it. What did you see? What happened there? How was the trip like? And trust me on this, when you'll come back, definitely some or the other person is going to ask you this question, or a lot many people is going to ask you this question who knows that you have gone for a trip, right? So that is why start preparing these questions. Start talking about your day-to-day events. What is happening with you? What has happened with you? Start speaking about it. Take up those topics only. You don't have to worry about what AI is doing. You don't have to worry about what is the world busy in doing or what is happening across India or across the world. You should start watching news and all those things. You should have knowledge, but focus on basics first. Once you start speaking in English about basic things, general things, common things, then you will start developing more confidence in speaking about other topics as well, right? So concentrate on these topics. That is why I thought of taking up some topics or giving you some topics which you can start using to practice English speaking, to grow your confidence, to build your confidence in speaking in English, right? When you start taking up these topics and when you go out and people start asking you the same question, you will start feeling so much confident. You will surely start feeling very confident in speaking in English for sure. Try this for 30 days and you'll see a lot of difference in your speaking skills. So guys, that's it for today. I'll see you in my next session. Until then, keep learning, keep speaking, keep watching and keep exploring. See you. Bye-bye. Take care.